Man, this dude is ugly. Now you know why Melania is trying to raw dog yo the bodyguards and the Secret Service. Not trying, she is raw dogging her. Your wife's getting raw dogged. Loser.
Behind closed doors, Trump mocks his supporters. He calls them basement dwellers. On January 6th,
You hear that, MAGA? You hear that? Your basement dwellers, as long as it's the Trump.
To refer to his supporters as basement dwellers.
Yep, and I was in the room when he said, I don't want to shake hands with those dirty people, those disgusting people.
You hear that? You hear that? You happy now? I remember this one lady got a food stamp card, and boy, she put it out like she put her food stamp card out in a car key that somebody let her borrow a car and put it on the gram, talking about she balling now with a food stamp card and a ragged ass car. Anyway, this is PA Texas, and I'm here with, of course, the lovely and the most famous Pissy. And we are here watching, some more BS on the internets. Why are all of these ladies, why are all these black people flocking towards Donald Trump? Y'all know he don't like black people, right? Amber Rose. I mean, now, first things first, why are we listening to a batshit crazy mother that got a tattoo across her forehead? That's all I gotta say right there. But we already know this is going to be we already know that this is going to be some moronic shiznit. This is moronic because this is coming from a moron. How else can you explain? You go through your life, and one day you had the bright idea to be like, you know what, I think this is me. I'm going to be expressive. I'm finna put a tattoo across my forehead. You stupid bitch.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, the DNC is so fucking lit. Like, that shit was super popping last night.
Of course, the first thing she worried about, typically, is it was lit and popping. It was super popping. Because that's what's most important. It ain't politics. It ain't money. Was it popping? Was it popping? Okay, it was popping, Amber. Was it popping? It was super popping. Lil Jon. Yeah! Oh, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything. Like, man, I knew this about black ladies a long time ago when I used to go to the club in my early 20s. They didn't care what the rappers were saying as long as the beat was banging. I mean, just go through all the songs. They didn't care. They was jamming. I was like, do you know what you sitting here saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah. Say a little bit. Say a little hoe. Let the way you walk. Let the way you talk. Let the nigga play your throat, baby. I'm about to bust all on you. Yeah, that's my shit. Throat, baby. And I mean, I hear women love that song. Throat, baby. I'm about to give it to you. Throat, baby. I'm about to bust all on you. And they say, little bit. Oh, yeah, twerking. Get your that's type I like to be fucked like a slut. Really? Anyway, as long as it's popping, huh, Amber? Anyway, let's keep going.
Like, DJ Cassidy killed it. Shout out to DJ Cassidy. Shout out to Lil Jon. Like, they had Lil Jon there. That shit was fire. But I was thinking Kamala should have a new slogan. It should be, let's manipulate.
Bitch, her name is Kamala. You pronounce Kamala. The Ugandan giant. Kamala is a wrestler from the 80s and the 90s, man. Y'all need to stop doing that, man. That is very disrespectful. She got people from Cape Verde. She kind of look Cape Verdean, too. Okay, anyway.
Americans into thinking that everything is all good and everything is just funny and laughs and jokes and like just cool ass music. And you know, while war veterans are broke and there's so many homeless people in America and people can't afford groceries or rent or to even go out with their friends anymore and have a good time, illegal migrants are getting so much money in food stamps, taking over our hotels and schools.
Oh, really, bitch? You really want to talk about food stamps? You really want to talk about people getting food stamps, running food stamps? You know, you take your ass. I bet you'd have took your ass out in the streets and gave stuff to people who were homeless or whatever, or you never asked them whether they're illegal or not. You just did. So Jessica, you talking about food stamps? Ain't nobody balling off of no food stamps. They're like, man, I got my food stamp card and it's time to pop. I've seen ladies do that though. I remember this one lady got a food stamp card and boy, she put it out like she put her food stamp card out and a car key that somebody let her borrow a car and put it on the gram, talking about she balling now with a food stamp card and a ragged ass car. Man, so I get it, but you know, I seen that, you know, but I've hang around some very sketchy characters. Cookie, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue hear this stuff. Right now, we listen to a batshit broad who got some tattoo across her forehead. Oh, we really finna take this lady seriously and take her advice. Like she know anything about anything. You stupid bitch, you don't know shit.
People are dying in war. You know, that should be her new slogan. I think she should put that on a hat. Yeah, I think she should put that on a hat.
Guess what else? Guess who else? Guess who else was president when that was happening? Donald Trump. But see, her little funky ass, just because Donald Trump took a couple of pictures with her. See, this is a bird brain bro. Another bird brain bitch. Here we got another bird brain bitch with we listening to bitch logic. Come on now. Let's keep going.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, the DNC is so fucking lit. Like that.
Anyway, it's so fucking lit. It's so lit. Anyway, let's go to something else. Look right here. All you need to know, she took a little picture with Trump, so now she knows. Both of you dumb some bitches. Man, get this bitch off my screen. Get this bitch off of my screen. Where's my cursor? Shit, I can't even get the bitch off my screen. Get this bitch off of my screen. Bye. Bye, ho. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Now we got this hoe.
Until this rally that I understood that that's not how the call went. The call was actually, can you make the call to start an investigation to see if maybe some votes had been lost. So I could
This is a bird brain broad that's susceptible to anybody that's conning them out.
Were done by accounting firms, law firms, etc. And even if you cut them in half, and cut them in half again, it's more votes than we need.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong. We talked to the congressmen, and they were surprised.
I don't know. Look, Brad, I have to find 12,000 votes, and I have them times a lot, and therefore I won the state. That's before we go to the next step, which is in the process of right now.
No, you did.
If Raffensperger would play along.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes.
What was the president asking you to do?
He was asking us to recalibrate or recalculate.
Bitch, to stop begging. Man, this dude is ugly. Now you know why Melania is trying to raw dog the bodyguards and the Secret Service. Not trying, she is raw dogging her. Your wife's getting raw dogged. Loser. 100.
Understand why Trump, who used his political prowess to help Kemp get into office, would be offended at the fact that Kemp would not help him at least investigate something that he felt had gone wrong in terms of being reelected. So I don't see anything wrong.
Well, if Trump don't win this election, he finna go have to do some time in Fulton County. He gonna have to go do some time. If goddamn Fannie Willis had any competence, but she ain't competent enough because she been sitting here, she been running the DAs with her coochie out, like, yeah, who give me the goody dick? Who give me the goody dick? And then she in trouble, and Trump done attacked her. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Trump about to go do some clock.
With Trump personally feeling attacked or feeling like Kemp was disloyal for not making the call.
This ain't no mafioso stuff. Man, anyway, let me go get me a drink.
What is the mitigating factor that made the Democratic South turn over to the Republican Party? And I'm waiting for your answer.
What made the Democratic South turn over to the Republican Party?
What is the mitigating?
I don't know what answer you're looking for, and I wouldn't know how.
Because you don't know the answer. The mitigating is T64. And I think she probably, let's let her talk.
To answer that, but I can say, again, I only speak to my personal experiences, sir. So for people to question my intelligence as if my life is somehow invalid is very interesting to me.
See, that's women, bro. Women, you know, like even if you dumb as a box of rocks, it doesn't mean that your life is invalid. Yeah, if you question of intelligence, like my life is invalid. Like why do we listen to this bitch logic? Like even if you're dumb as a box of rocks, if you're not intelligent, that doesn't mean your life is invalid. See, this is the thing. When women get to, when you tell a woman she dumb, she go, I don't give a damn if she dumb as dishwater. She'll sit up there and get mad as hell. And then she'll get in her feelings, be like my life is not important. Ain't nobody say that just because you dumb, your life's not important.
Sam, go ahead with your point.
Yes,
I believe you're talking about the Civil Rights Act.
The answer to the question.
Bam! The host gave you the cheat sheet, you stupid bitch.
Is the Civil Rights Act.
The same Civil Rights Act that was authored by Republicans? Okay.
But can I?
Absolutely a goddamn lie. See, this manipulative ass little lady, man. She just, I don't know, whatever. She look, she is trying to get bread for her kid, and she is going to champion Trump and the Republicans because that's how she get paid.
Finish.
All right, since woo. Okay, let's go here. So let me read this to you all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna read this to you. Okay, on February 10, 1964, the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives. I'm starting the second paragraph here. On February 10, 1964, the House of Representatives voted in favor of the bill, H.R. 7152. When the House passed the bill, it arrived to the Senate on 16 days later, on February 26, 1964. These motherfuckers slowed in and slowed down. Y'all need some technology up there. Call me. I'll get it quick, man. Majority Leader Mike Mansfield placed it directly on the Senate calendar rather than refer to the Judiciary Committee, chaired by the civil rights opponent, James Eastland of Mississippi. On March 9th, when Mansfield moved to take up the measure, Southern senators launched a filibuster against the bill. Southern senators launched a filibuster against the bill. 100. Yeah, and I'm sure they was the Dixiecrats. The Senate debated the bill for 60 days, even including 7 Saturdays. God damn, y'all don't want niggas to have nothing. At the time, 2/3 vote, which I think is still this time, or 67 senators, was required to, let me move this up, to invoke closure and cutoff debate in the Senate since the Southern Democrats opposed the legislation. Votes from a substantial number of senators in the Republican minority will be needed to end the filibuster. Minnesota Senator Herbert Humphrey, the Democratic whip, who, although a longtime supporter of civil rights, had opposed the bill because it objected to certain provisions. Minnesota Senator Herbert Humphrey, the Democratic whip who managed the bill on the Senate floor, enlisted the aid of Republican Minority Leader Everett M. Dickerson. I think Dirksen. This is the guy who she's talking about authored the bill. No, he didn't author it. Of Illinois, Dirksen, although a longtime supporter of civil rights, had opposed the bill because he objected to the certain provisions. Humphrey therefore worked with him to redraft a controversial language in the bill to make the bill more acceptable to Republicans. Once the changes were made, Dirksen gained key votes for those are the North Republicans. This is back in the day when, you know, the North was still fighting, Republicans were still fighting for black rights. Now they're trying to eliminate them because now it's not in their best interest. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Redraft a controversial language and make the bill more acceptable to Republicans. Once the changes were made, Dirksen gained key votes for cloture from his party colleagues with a powerful speech calling racial integration an idea whose time has come. So him authoring the bill is BS. The Democrats authored the bill. He scratched out a couple things that were wrong about it. So authoring the bill, that is not, I mean, that's sort of true, but that's how they do it. They want to give you some sort of true things, like, oh yeah, there were dead people voting. Yeah, 2 of them that voted. It wasn't like 2 million. It was 2. You know, that's how they do it, man. Anyway, let's get big, man. And this is my final thoughts on this, man. I don't know, y'all backing the wrong pony, bro. Trump. Look, Amber Rose is Amber Rose, and you listen to her.
We know what Donald Trump really is. You know, we've heard all the comments, everything he's done, and I'm here because I truly believe that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going to take us down a better path.
And let's listen to a little bit of what your former colleague Stephanie Grisham had to say last night.
I wasn't just a Trump supporter. I was a true believer. He used to tell me, it doesn't matter what you say, Stephanie. Say it enough and people will believe you. Behind closed doors, Trump mocks his supporters. He calls them basement dwellers. On January 6th...
You hear that, MAGA? You hear that? Your basement dwellers, as long as it's to Trump. Your basement dwellers. And you also hear that? He said, oh yeah, it doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter what you say, just as long as you say it enough, they'll believe you. That means his ass is lying in the first goddamn place. You hear that?
I asked Melania if we could at least tweet that while peaceful protest is the right of every American, there's no place for lawlessness or violence.
Trump used to refer to his supporters as basement dwellers.
Yep, and I was in the room when he said, I don't want to shake hands with those dirty people, those disgusting people.
You hear that? You hear that? You happy now?
I think, you know, you have his former press secretary saying this is what he thinks of his supporters. I personally detest the fact that he speaks of them in that way because it's so disrespectful. And what I think what really breaks my heart is just how much they rally around someone who really just doesn't care about them, like has complete disregard, has no identification with the middle class or the working class.
Let's go back to what she's saying that Republicans wrote the Civil Rights Act. That's bullshit. You listen to somebody with a tattoo on their head, you gonna get what you gonna get what you deserve on that one, buddy. And look, Donald Trump don't give a damn about his own supporters. Donald Trump don't give a damn about his own children. Donald Trump gives a damn about Donald Trump. And y'all ask him get what you're looking for, buddy. I don't know why so many people think that this guy is some type of champion. It befuddles me to this day. Because I've been knowing about this guy for about 35, 40 years. And a type of buffoonery and moronic stuff and the con games he has proved. He's done with Trump University and so many other things. Man, y'all don't play yourselves like that, man. F Donald Trump. PA, Texas. And I'm out.